The story begins in the early 1800s in the rural town of Adams, Tennessee. The Bell family, led by John Bell, were prosperous farmers living in peace and quiet on their farm. Little did they know, their peaceful lives would soon be interrupted by a dark force that would haunt them for years to come. One day, John Bell noticed something strange. A bizarre, dog-like creature with the body of a wolf and the head of a rabbit. When he shot at it, the creature vanished into thin air. Soon after, the family began to hear scratching sounds and knocking on their walls, as if something unseen was trying to get inside. The strange noises intensified, and soon, the family began hearing a faint whispering voice. At first, it was unintelligible, but over time, it grew louder. The entity identified itself as Kate Batts, a neighbor who had been wronged by John Bell. The spirit was relentless, causing disturbances every night, as if it was determined to seek revenge. The haunting grew worse, and soon, it wasn't just sounds. Physical attacks began. John Bell's daughter, Betsy, was particularly targeted. She was slapped, pinched, and even had her hair pulled by an invisible force. The spirit seemed to take pleasure in tormenting her, as the rest of the family watched helplessly. Word of the Bell Witch spread throughout the community, and neighbors and visitors came to witness the strange occurrences for themselves. Many left terrified after hearing the eerie voice of the witch or experiencing strange phenomena firsthand. Even a local preacher attempted to intervene, but the spirit mocked him, showing no signs of leaving. Even future President Andrew Jackson became involved in the Bell Witch story. Curious about the tales of the haunting, Jackson visited the Bell farm with a group of men. However, before they could even enter the house, their wagon was stopped by an unseen force. Jackson famously remarked, "By the Eternal, I'll whip her." But the group quickly fled after experiencing terrifying phenomena. The spirit seemed to have a particular vendetta against John Bell. She taunted him, causing him illness and pain. His health deteriorated rapidly, and the Bell Witch promised that she would be the one to end his life. True to her word, on December 20th, 1820, John Bell was found dead in his bed, and a mysterious vial of poison was discovered near his body. At John Bell's funeral, the Bell Witch's voice was heard laughing and singing loudly, mocking the family in their grief. The eerie laughter echoed through the fields, leaving everyone in attendance terrified. It was clear that the witch had won her battle, but her haunting didn't end there. After John Bell's death, the spirit's activity gradually decreased, but she left the family with a final message. She would return in 7 years. True to her word, the witch briefly reappeared 7 years later, but her haunting was less intense. She eventually vanished, leaving behind one of the most famous ghost stories in American history. Today, the story of the Bell Witch continues to captivate and terrify. The Bell Witch Cave, located near the original Bell Farm, is said to be haunted by the spirit to this day. Visitors report strange noises, ghostly apparitions, and an overwhelming sense of dread when entering the cave. The legend of the Bell Witch has become a permanent part of Tennessee folklore, with people still debating the truth behind the haunting.